And let's see. Yeah, and we should be live now, guys. Just give me a second, real quick here. So I refresh everything here on my end. I already see.
Hey, Larry in the chat. A few people in the chat.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us another Monday here in Operation 11 Charlie. So I see that like Sean said, we got Raymond, Larry, Russell, Juan Lacos. Thank you for stopping by, guys. So today our special guest, I see Thompson RC in the house. Welcome, brother. So today we got Wyatt Mellon from Horizon, brother. Welcome in, brother.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's an honor to have you, brother. Like I always tell guys, everybody that Wyatt, he's so humble, man. Humble person. Easy to talk to. Easy to talk to, man. So it's an honor to have you here, brother.
I appreciate that.
And so Bennett, how was you? I know you've been busy, man.
All weekend driving.
Driving, man. You are out of state.
Yeah, Montana, North Dakota, depending on the minute. Snow, cold,
Windy, tired,
yeah, nothing new in my life.
all the above. Sergeant J, welcome in, brother. Good to have you, man. My goodness. So how you gonna be there? You say until this weekend? You're going back home after that?
Yeah, Saturday.
Hopefully that after that everything's you guys should be done with that.
Off, yeah, I should be done in North Dakota for the year.
Oh, nice.
I get to go to Texas in December, but
Well,
no more far north for the winter for this year.
I'm not gonna say ain't supposed to get that cold like you guys in Texas, but was it last year that it got a pretty harsh winter down there? So I shouldn't,
It was February when I was up here last year, and it was negative 42.
Negative 42.
Yeah.
That was real temperature. That wasn't wind chill temperature. That was what the truck said was negative 42.
That's crazy.
And last year too, it was, I don't know, was it Rock Springs or North? It was negative 75 somewhere in Wyoming.
Wyoming, yep. Northwest corner of Wyoming was negative 75.
That's ridiculous.
Osborne, moon over Miami, welcome in.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for having for being here with us. Robert, also welcome in. Robert Osborne, good to have you, my brother. My goodness, negative 75. My goodness.
Why it's right about a few snowflakes.
Yeah, I don't even like when it's positive 42. You're saying negative 42.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, bro. Oh my God. You just, man. Hey, it's sandal, flip-flops, shorts, and shirts. How long you gonna last? Maybe 2 minutes?
I'm at negative 42, even with your truck plugged in the middle of the night, it still doesn't want to start in the morning.
Jeez, please, bro. That is crazy.
Minus 40, minus 42, 907 would probably be out in shorts.
Oh yeah, Robert.
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing a hoodie. I didn't even have a coat on. It was just a hoodie. But
yes, that is crazy. Well, what we have here, Robert, a whopping what?
I think we have a high of 90 with an 80% humidity, with a low of 89.
So Robert's gonna take over the Weather Channel here in Florida now, people.
Yes,
so
yes.
I just support Rob.
Yes. So when you guys are in the negatives, we'll be more than happy to explain what's going on here.
There's a high of 31 here today.
Jeez, please, man.
Christmas morning, we're all going to be swimming in the pool, having a barbecue.
Exactly. Sean, how was your weekend, man? You were sick, man.
It was good, quiet. I flew home to see the kids for a few days, but I couldn't do anything. I was just sick. No one wanted to come near me. Bro, like stay away. He's like a vampire. Like, why are you coming home if you're sick? Like, because it's an opportunity I had to come home. So, and then friggin' yesterday flying back, I was
Mhm.
meant to fly out at like 7:40 or something. My plane didn't leave till like 11 o'clock last night.
Wow, that's crazy. Then you had to go work today early.
Yeah, I go to work this morning and too. But I woke up this morning and my throat's killing me. My sinuses are all stuffy. It's like, just go away already.
Was it from that pickle that you had with your meal?
Dude, why? What is wrong with you American people and pickles? Like, just, but like, there's no reasonable explanation for a pickle to be on the plate with a triple decker sandwich. Like, no reasonable explanation. Like, why?
That's why. That's why you're getting sick. You haven't drink that pickle juice, bro. That signal would be gone already.
It's the pickles touching my food. I think making me sick.
Josh, how was your weekend, brother?
Pretty good. Got to go out and do some crawling yesterday for a little bit, and then
Nice.
had to move 86 bale of hay from my house to my mom's house and then load it. So that was always fun, but it was a good weekend.
Awesome. How about you, Dennis?
Saturday, took my wife out to dinner for our anniversary. And then
Don't mention our anniversary here.
yesterday I went to a small comp where it was on a regular 1-to-1 course.
Uh-huh.
Slid off the rock a couple times, couple little holes swallowed my truck, broke a couple rod ends. But all in all, it wasn't too bad. It was good weather.
I was well, actually, let me ask. I don't want him to feel left out. Robert, how was your weekend, sir?
It was very entertaining. Saturday was a great day. It was awesome hanging out with Operation Living Charlie family. We all had a great time out there.
Yeah.
On the same day, it was my anniversary. But since it's been such a busy weekend, I put a nice little post up appreciating my lovely wife for the last 12 years. That's the best thing I could say.
That's not the only post you put out. You put a beautiful 109 out too.
Oh, yes. Did you guys see the 109 I put out there?
Well, hey, I thought you were gonna show it right now or no? Later on?
I can.
Was it some
I'm
dinosaurs?
gonna unblur my background, but I know it's safe, so
The Jurassic Park one.
it's a mess.
You done such an awesome job of that. You may spotlight him there, Javier.
Oh, yeah, give me a second, real quick here. While I do that, that is sick. Welcome, Eric, Unknown, Robert. Thank you for stopping by, man.
It's such an awesome job you've done with that, bro.
Yeah,
Even the interior when you open the door on it,
Oh yeah.
the photos open.
Pretty sure you guys can't really quite see that, but yes.
Yeah.
That is sick, brother. Sick.
Just it needs a blue in the back.
It needs a what in the back?
Blue.
Blue. The
The-
Raptors.
Oh, the Raptor.
The
So
Raptor.
I'm undecided on what I want to do. I've talked to Jeremy about it. He thinks I should go as a touring vehicle, which means I'm just going to put some padded seats back here,
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
people would just sit and like this just takes you on a nice little tour. The other option was the scale garage system setup. So then the vehicle would be turned into a dinosaur catcher. And then I
Nice.
could have a dinosaur in the back with its head sticking out.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well, like, they have the safari type back though. Like Scale Garage, I think it was done one that's actually designed like a safari type
really.
back.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah.
I saw the racks. I was gonna
Yeah.
do that too because the LC70 rear rack fits these. So I was
Yeah.
thinking about doing that just to have like a rooftop like a topper.
Yeah,
but
so they have an actual
it's
safari
really
one. Yeah, so they have an actual safari one for that truck.
But
It's an awesome job, though, isn't it? You could do anything with that, though. You could put a canvas back on the back, even.
yeah, I can.
Like, you know?
There's so many different ideas, but once I got to the
Yeah.
bed, I was like, I don't know what to do because now there's so many different options.
Yeah.
That
It
is
came out
awesome.
really sick, though.
Amazing job, bro. Definitely,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Welcome, Tony, bro. Thank you for stopping by, man. That is awesome. Amazing talent. This dude has, man. Just incredible.
907 unknown, welcome in.
Welcome, guys. Thank you for stopping by. And like Robert said, this past weekend and Saturday, we had our monthly outing here in our chapter, our private outing. A huge shout out to Joe Collins. Out there, we went to the Exoplex. Always welcoming our guys with open arms. You know, feeding us. We got eat some nice and good pizza. We spent there, man. We was almost okay. I think we left around 3 o'clock, right? 3-ish, 4 o'clock around that time. That when we left, we started around 10. Our guys had an amazing time. I want to show some pictures here real quick. But we had 2 induction ceremonies. Also presented Joe with our military coin from Operation 11 Charlie for always being so helpful and again taking care of our guys down every time we go there. We had 2 guys that came down from Fort Gordon down in Florida, Air Force veteran and a Marine veteran as well, joining us for the first time. And one of them brought his son, and then all our other guys. So usually we had around 25, 26 of our guys came in. I just want to show you right here. This guy he's a superstar. So we're trying to get this scale out. So so you're gonna start selling stickers soon. I love it. Look at this guy. You see? That scale to the max right there. So you got to start putting them on the windshield of our rigs.
What they call them, big heads that you put in your wall, isn't it?
That's so cool, man. That's so cool. So here that's some of our guys Thomas came down from Fort Gordon. It's about 5 hours, close to 5 hours from our location. They came and hang out with us, man. So got Frank James and Mr. Rob.
Mr. Chicken Wing. I mean, I have no idea where that picture came from. I mean, I don't even know what I was doing in that movement.
Your armpit was hot.
It was
You got your arm around the invisible person.
And probably that's what it is.
almost looks like I was walking over. I'm like, yeah, look at me. I'm a bad guy. Yeah.
We got Ronald, one of our veterans, Army veterans, and here, man, amazing job. Rob did it just on this rig. It's spraying sick, Robert, man. This guy here he is so lonely. Actually, he was working on my rig then. Man, but that location there, man, the Exoplex, it's just sick. It's some stuff that people always sending us for veterans, and we were doing some raffles amongst our guys there. So that's it. Some of our veterans, Charlie, Ronald, Rep, Robert here, hero stuff. It's what we were. I think that's right before we were starting our inductions here. West Desert, Logan in the house, William Payne. If we miss anybody, thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us. So it's Joe when we were giving Joe Vincent, one of our veterans. We were giving Joe our O11C coin. So it's very, very special for us, everything that he has done every time we go there. That is Sean Norman, Navy veteran, and our veteran Roger as well. We were doing the induction ceremony, Isaac, Air Force veteran. We're gonna be opening our Pensacola chapter sometime at the end of this year, beginning next year. Guys, we already have bunch of veterans lined up in that area. So looking forward. There's our guys here. They came down from Georgia. So man, we had an amazing time, and looking forward to hang out with the boys out there. Yeah, we hopefully we could see them in January. And we'll be probably going to Dixieland RC down there, hang out with Cody. You know, he's building a crawling course on his hobby shop. So that's the plan. Go down there sometime next year. Some more pics here. The one and only, one of our veterans, Juan, working on his rig. Look at that. That's Rob there fixing what was it? The pinion gear came loose on that. They got William Payne. They said, "Go Navy." Rock Pirates in the house. Thank you guys for stopping by. So we're showing some picture of this private event, our O11C outing that happened this past Saturday at the Exoplex here. So here's Joe, Vincent, when we were giving Joe his coin, O11C coin, some of the other stuff here. And this is a man, and well, I think I cut like 2 more each end. Some reason. Oh my God, they're gonna kill me. So this is our crew here. Again, shout out to Exoplex, Joe Collins, and everybody, man. We had an amazing time with our guys. I think that's it. So that's what it's all about, guys. Our guys, special private time with our guys. Meeting our new veterans that join us. Also, we met two veterans that were there. Also, we had another Navy veteran there and an Army veteran, old-timer down there. Always enjoy talking to them. So it was awesome. Angie, welcome in. If we miss anybody, thank you for stopping by. We're gonna be talking soon to a special guest, Wyatt Mellon, from Horizon. So and then that's it, guys. We should again, that's what O11C is all about. Those private outings, you know, and just hanging out, all this stuff that happens with our guys. So we love it. We had an amazing time. And also I know we have an event that some of our guys, I know Josh is gonna be there, Dennis is gonna be there, and some of our guys from Kentucky also are gonna be there, Craig, and he's going with some other friends down there, and hopefully we got more of our guys down there, and that is on the 18th, right, Dennis?
Yes. Yeah, Brett from Adventure Time RC's doing all the work on the trails. I still haven't met the owner of the property, which is a veteran.
Nice.
Brett is doing an amazing job building all the trails for this. Yeah, I mean, he's
Not in Ohio, Dennis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he's got some small buildings that he's been building, some log bridges. I'm going to bring some strap for him to make a couple other obstacles. This way he can do some of that, you know, some skinny straps, and then he's got some fire hose he's going to make a bridge for it. So it should be good.
It's Mount Gilead, Ohio, right? Dennis, River Cliff Trails.
Yes. I was gonna show real quick so people will see, and you guys can talk more about that. This is the one right here, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome. So November 18th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. guys. So like Dennis said, that the owner is a veteran and expecting some veterans out there. So I know our guys cannot wait so we can we'll be there meeting some veterans and talking to them, all that stuff, you know. So it's just a day to have fun.
Yeah, this is just to test the waters and get a feel for the RC community out in that area.
Awesome. And I know we have a couple of veterans that reach out to us from that location, and so hopefully they can meet us there. We extended invite to that event. Hopefully they can join you guys down there.
Part of Ohio, is it, Dennis?
Mount Gilead.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'll send you the screenshot, Sean, so you can see it there. And like you said, Adventure Time Brent has been doing an awesome job in that crawler
Yeah, I've
course.
seen some of the pictures or some of the posters you're putting up. Some pretty
Yeah.
cool.
So he's been working on that. So that is sweet, sweet, sweet right there. And then also, that weekend in November. Oh, actually, this weekend coming up, down in Utah, right there, Wyatt, is that Battle of the Beach 3,
Sir.
right? Sky RC, Cody, and all the boys are there. There's having an event. I know it's for another nonprofit. What is Erase 22? Race to Is the Race to Erase 22?
Yes.
They're gonna be raising some funds for that nonprofit that help our brothers, our veterans, you know. So if you guys are close to that location, feel free to stop by, man, and show some support for that event out there. It's an amazing event, amazing people, and in a sick location down there. That's crawler heaven down there. So there's gonna be some one-to-one drag racing down there. Sand drag racing. And then RC as well, 110 scale, I think 1/8. So it's some stuff. And also you got that Sand Hollow area there, the crawling, uh, uh just sick. So please support that event as well, guys. Battle on the beach. Let me see if I can find it here so I can show some of their guys there. Um uh Meanwhile, let's start with Jake. Welcome in, my brother. Good to have. I know you were yeah. Jake was sick too, man. He's been sick. Family's been sick at the house too. Good to see you, my brother.
Something going around in the house.
Everywhere. It's here too as well. Sean is sick too. And so awesome. Good to have you here, my brother. So let me show this here real quick. I found it. And then we're gonna go with Wyatt Specialist is Battle on the Beach 3. So it's November 10th and to the 12th, guys. Again, the location down there is Sand Hollow State Park. Guys, so if you guys are in that location or close to it, man, if you're into crawling and one-to-one stuff, this is the place to be, right, Wyatt?
Yes, sir. Yeah, there's if you go to this event, definitely bring your crawler too. So there's rocks all around it.
So I'm gonna be posting this on the chat as well, so people will see that. Amazing stuff, amazing people again. Logan will be there, right? I know Logan West Desert Willow will be there. I'm assuming Scumbag Luke, all our guys down there are gonna be there. So it's a nice location to have fun, guys. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. So now let's go with Wyatt, man. Again, Wyatt, thank you so much, brother, for joining us. It's an honor to have you here, right?
Honored to be here. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So are we calling Mr. Wyatt or Mr. Champ? The champ is here, right?
Oh no.
Man, you guys meet Wyatt any event that you go, you see Wyatt, man. Like I always tell the guys, it's humble person, man, humble young man, and you know, I always enjoy talking to him. So, this is just awesome. So, Wyatt, for people that don't know about you, a little bit of an introduction for the guys here.
Okay. So I'm a product development engineer at Horizon Hobby. Mainly designing axial and low-C vehicles. I have one low-C vehicle under my belt. The rest have been axial. Come from a crawling, or at least remote control crawling background, so that works out there. I started there around September of 2020, so been there for a few years now, and yeah, I have the UTB 18, part of the first SCX6 under my belt, the SCX 10 Pro, the AX24, the SCX or 24 scale trailer. So got a few products that I've worked on that are out in the market now. So building a resume, if you will.
Yes, you have, brother. Yes, my goodness. Yes, that was the other 2020. You said 2020? That's when you started?
Yes, that's when I started for Horizon.
3 years, brother. But oh my God, just incredible, brother. It's just wow. If you guys have, well, we talk about the comps side of Wyatt. It's just the man, the myth, the legend. If you hear somebody that perfect runs, yeah, that's the guy right there. He's just incredible. Wow. So wow, that's awesome, awesome. And already and man, it's just cool. It's just very impressive, Wyatt. Again, all the stuff that you are have been on the works this year's 3 years now with them, and then working with all the guys. Like, how's that feel with Randall and Rich, old timers that got all this experience? How is that, man?
It's awesome. So I get to talk with Rich, Randall, sometimes Todd, quite a
Yeah.
few of those guys, pretty much every week. And, we're always throwing ideas around and, what if I did this? Or, hey, I saw this. And and then I always get hey, what if we did this? And usually it's like Randall or Rich are like, yeah, we already tried that years ago. So I'm like, well, I was in the hobby, but not working in it, so I didn't know all the insides they know. So it's a cool combination to get to work with those guys, and we always have a good time. So
And
Rich was actually just out here last weekend,
last weekend.
Randall and I. So
That's awesome, man. And when did you start in the hobby, right?
so I started, man, when the AX10 Scorpion came out. So that was, I want to say
Then it's
15,
I think then it
2015,
was
or no, that was like 2013-ish, 2012 maybe.
okay.
So I started with that first kit, and then I had the first SCX10 RTR, the Dingo,
Okay.
and then it just went from there.
Wow.
So,
That is so cool. That is so cool, man.
yeah, I got lucky in high school. I had a great engineering program, and
Okay.
so already as a sophomore, starting as a sophomore in high school, I was learning CAD programs and 3D printing and machining and welding and stuff like that in school, and as well as just my family and I being into the off-road scene and building our own dune buggies and Jeeps
All
and
that
stuff
stuff.
like that.
So,
So
so you had that background, Wyatt, and that is cool. I love those high schools that you had your hands on stuff, learning all that. I love that, man. So you already had that under your belt.
before I even graduated high school, I had a few years of CAD experience, some hands-on experience with CNC machines, and then we also had a RC track on campus and had an RC club. So we were racing short course trucks and buggies, like lunchtime and stuff like that. So it definitely just kept snowballing into what it is today.
And that is cool, man. It's just how all the one-to-one stuff trend, you can, move it here to the RC side of it, right? The one stand scale, whatever, the crawling side of it. It's just incredible how much you can apply into the RC, right?
Yeah, a lot of it goes both ways. I mean, there's times where I'm driving my RC crawler and I'm looking for lines and where to put my tires and here and there. And then I hop in my full size Jeep and I'm like, oh, I see that line. Like that works. Or, just simple things like 4-link, 3-link suspensions. And that's almost directly transferred from one to RC and vice versa.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
I know you were with us last year when Battle on the Beach 2, they did it for Operation 11 Charlie. You were there
Yes.
with us, brother. And and especially that last day, man, amazing event. The whole weekend we had with some good people, and then on Sunday when we went to the 1-to-1, all the way to the top of the mountain, that was some awesome stuff, brother.
That was awesome. I haven't had that opportunity yet again, so that's definitely a cool one to have. Cool memory.
And all this stuff. We had the Jeeps, and we had the. That's what I tell the guys. I always tell the guys that's when I learned how to appreciate the Capra more, because we were inside some Capras down there.
Yeah.
Some crazy lines. What's his name? Brian, and oh my God, that dude is awesome, man. And some of the areas like they took us is like, you see a wall, just a wall, and then you see the mark, you see black marks, and it's like, how in the world is somebody driving through that? Because that I cannot do that. And those guys have just crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's when you see the full size rear steer rigs on
Yeah.
42-inch tires and V8s and
Yeah.
going everywhere they go, you look at the four-wheel steer capper and go, yeah, I guess that is a pretty scale rig.
It is exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why, again, I said I'll learn how to appreciate it more. It just, and we had an amazing time. That it's just crazy. Vincent Vargas, welcome in, my brother. Good to have you here. JNXRC, Swampers, RC Bill. We got our guys here, Rock Pirates RC, the champ. Is they saying the champ is here? Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, definitely there. Fab 801. It's down there as well. Thomas. Thomas, that's another one. And now we have Connor, and Connor half one now. So
Yeah.
he's doing the practice and all that.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see his buggy soon. He said he might be bringing it out here, so
I think, yeah, he mentioned it. They were with us last Monday. I think he mentioned he was gonna try to be there this weekend coming up. I don't know. Yeah, for Battle V. So hopefully he'll be there hanging out, and learning from more from those guys down there.
yeah.
So that is so cool, brother. So my goodness, guys, feel free here. You guys in the panel and here in the chat, any question that you have for Wyatt, feel free, guys, to posting them, and we'll let him know. So you started more on the crawling side of it, right? Back then, and then why, my goodness, and so after that, what else you can say from those years, brother?
So yeah, I was nonstop tinkering with the cars when I first got them, all throughout end of middle school, high school. Just always on rccrawler.com, on the forums, and before the Facebook was a big hub for all of this. And just looking at all the different options, and then that expanded into, okay, I want to build my own chassis and my own transmission, and I got a 3D printer, so it was game on. After that, I had printed housings, printed transmissions, skid plates, wheels, like all sorts of stuff. That's all I did was sit there and design and print and build. Yeah, I went to college and I'd get home, do my homework. I raced mountain bikes for the school, so I'd usually have my mountain bike ride. It was, it got dark, and I had a 3D printer and my computer in my dorm room. So, and I then found out there was a maker lab, which if you've never heard of those, definitely, guys, look into those because they're really cool. They're all around different parts of the U.S. Maker labs, and you can sign up, and they have a lot of different machinery and tools and stuff they'll teach you and run classes on. So I went to the local one, and they had a CNC router. So I took like 2 classes, and then they said, you bring your own tools, your own materials. And if you're certified on that with our classes, you have access to it 24/7. So I was like, okay, now I can cut carbon fiber and G10. And so I started cutting out my own frame rails and beadlock rings, and just doing that on the spare time. And that's where I got the basic truck that I ran for a little over a year. before I got to Horizon, which then turned into the pro. So
Wow. So you have been working on that. So that's actually what is the pro right now. Wow. So right before, man, all this time it's just impressive.
yeah,
Wow.
so I have
How old are you, brother? If you mind saying.
how old?
Yeah, how old are you? You're
26.
26 years old, this young man, bro.
Yep.
Wow, he's a baby. Incredible. Go ahead, brother. Just I love it, man. I love that story.
That was, I don't know if you can see that, but that was the original my version
Wow.
on
Okay.
my dorm room desk with
Wow.
with a selectable underdrive transmission.
In-
So
wow.
that was in 2019.
That 2019, guys. 2019, this young man was working on that. And it's just incredible. It's very impressive. I like that, man. So you went to college and you study what you you sort of engineer?
Yeah, engineering and then business as well.
Business.
Just
Wow.
never know where life might take you, and I was already there doing it. So
Bro, that's the way to do it, man. I wish a lot of our youngsters, are listening, keep doing that, man. That's very impressive. I like that, man. Wow, man. So right on that, my goodness, 2019, you guys can see was this pro, the history behind the pro. So
yeah,
I hope people learn to appreciate it more, how this young man has been working on that. That is, I love those stories, man. So okay, so how that happened? So you went to you finished your bachelor, your college years, and so when that happened with Horizon, how that came to be?
so I was actually interested in the full size
Okay.
industry, I thought, for off-roading. So I applied for a bunch of places, and out of college, I got a job at Armada Engineering.
Okay.
So for some of you that may not know, that's the full size manufacturer of like the laser nut Ultra 4 car.
Oh, okay.
So I was working for them right out of college as an engineer, designing parts for their pre-runners and 6100 trucks and uh, all class one cars and all sorts of stuff. And then we partnered or worked with Losi on the laser nut, and those cars rolled in and we got to see samples before they were released to the public. I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. Like that's that was, I was working here, but then after work I'd just go work on RC cars. Like that was my main thing. Like, oh man, now there's RC cars showing up to where I'm working. like I'm like, oh, I wonder if they have engineers and they're looking for engineers. So I just, that night I just went on Horizon Hobby careers, and sure enough, they had a opening for a product development engineer. So I put together a resume, sent it out to a few people just to make sure,
Yeah.
hey, how's this look? And sent it off like 2 days later, and didn't hear anything for like a week. I'm like,
Oh,
oh.
stressed
So
out.
yeah, and so I called my dad. I'm like, what do you think about this? And he goes, you have to be persistent. Like if you want it, you got to get their attention.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
okay, well, it's either going to be a yes or no. So I called like every other day for a month straight. I knew the receptionist's first name. She knew me as soon as I talked. And I finally got a call and a meeting with, I believe it was Todd and Rich
Wow.
and Mike, which was the head engineer,
Mhm.
and just kind of sat down. And this was during the COVID, so it was all just a phone call. It wasn't even video call, just a phone call. And they said, okay, well, we like everything we're seeing from what you sent over. We like what we're hearing. We'll send you over an offer. And I accepted it, put in my 2 weeks, and picked my picked my computer up from the office like 3 weeks later. So yeah, it's just everyone asked me, how'd you get that job? I just went on their website,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
their careers tab, and look, you know,
That is awesome. Why
I
I
didn't know anyone in the industry, like didn't have an insider, just went and applied and was persistent to get a response.
And that is so awesome, man. And for them to give you the opportunity, and because they didn't know all the background you have, like you were working in high school, already developing your stuff, man. It's just
Yeah.
incredible, man. Incredible.
Yeah, my resume wasn't like a typical resume.
Yeah,
It was more of just like, here's what I do, and here's how I grew up in the
yeah,
with RC cars. Here's how I grew up full size off road. Like, here's my schooling experience that says I know how to use CAD and I
yeah.
know how to engineer parts. And
Mhm.
so it was not your typical like past work experiences and everything, but it worked and I got the opportunity. So
That
yeah,
is
definitely blessed for that.
definitely Wyatt. My goodness, man. I think oh my God. It's again, it showed how this young man, again, humble to the bone. This guy is so humble to the bone. He's so humble. And I think I met you, it's been what, 3 years now? The first time I met you, Wyatt, probably 3 years,
Yeah,
all that
close
stuff.
to it.
Yeah, always the same person, man, and humble, and you could talk to. And now you guys know more about him, all his background, where he came from, all that stuff. Like RC Petina, he said, I thought he was sick. He looks like a baby. I thought he was 16. That's awesome. Well, you know, he's a baby, 26 years old. But everything that he has done so far under his belt, man, and for the RC, it's just incredible, man. That is awesome, awesome. Raymond, take care, brother. Prayers. Tom, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with us here tonight. My goodness. So that happened back in 2020, right? And then
Yes.
you got into the already hands-on. So where you were at Ohio working, or down in Cali when you started?
I was in California. Yes.
California.
Yeah. Yeah.
California. Man, and when you went in there for the first time, it's like, wow, I'm working. How was that? How was that experience, Wyatt?
Um, so it was during the COVID, so there was not really anyone in the office. So it's not like I just walked into a room full of people I didn't know. It was like two people met me there,
Mhm.
is because I had never even met them in person or seen them in person. It was all, over phone calls and email. So this is the first time meeting everyone or meeting a few people, getting to talk to them, see them, uh, and then it was just like, all right, you'll be online from these hours, and here's your computer. Go home and work. um, and then it wasn't quite like that, but basically wasn't the typical introduction into an office. And I think it was a couple weeks later. That's when we were testing the SEX6. So
Wow.
they're like, here's what we're working on, throwing you right in. So I got thrown right into the middle of the SEX6 of
Wow.
testing and measuring every single individual part and making sure it was toleranced correctly, and just running it and making revisions and all that good stuff. And that's when I actually showed Todd and Rich that crawler I'd been working on. So we were testing the SEX6, and I said, hey, I brought my personal crawler I've been working on. If you want to just check it out, I think it'd be cool, something to bring to market, or at least something we can, use some of the designs from. And Rich saw it and was like, we have to make this.
Oh,
All
that
right,
is cool,
that's
right?
music to my ears.
Of course, man. This kid would have this under his belt for a couple of years now. JNX, man, definitely we had a blast. Thomas, man, it was amazing to hang out with you. There's some of our veterans that came down from Georgia. Uh and man, we can't wait. We cannot wait for the next time. I said me and Robert got something planned for 11C. Just need to meet up with him at Dr. Dance. Definitely. We got to plan that. That's next month. Next month, Rob. So next month we need to plan that for our next meeting for our
Yeah.
O11C
We have to
guys.
be specific on the date, the number, not just Saturday, third
No.
Saturday. So I don't miss another anniversary.
No, you need to make sure that you don't miss that. I
Yes,
don't want
yes.
then it's gonna be, oh, that's Javier's fault, right?
I
No,
will.
no.
I'm gonna start blaming you.
Yeah, jeez, Luis, man. So we can't wait. We can't wait. We gotta do that. I can't wait. I enjoy very much. That's what makes me happy in hanging out with our veterans. So wow, Wyatt, man. Guys, feel free. Any question you guys have here on the chat on the panel, feel
I
free.
was gonna, I
Go
was
ahead, John.
specifically gonna ask about that story because I saw Rich do an interview talking about he saw your truck and he's like, we have to make that.
Yeah.
That's an awesome story, man.
So yeah, that was a pretty cool opportunity to have. And then yeah, just formulated into what the SCX10 Pro is on the market today.
And
So.
and how you felt, man, when this person like Rich Trujillo has been in the hobby for what, 30 plus years? My bad, Rich. I don't want to let's say 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So all the knowledge that he has, all this stuff, just seeing it, we had to make this. So he saw the potential that your creation had.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's I had been driving it not only just trailing but in competitions for that year or so. So when I was in school in college, I met a few guys in town. I just happened to meet them, and they were into RC crawling. And they
Okay.
go, "Hey, we have a club. Come check us out. We have competitions, things like that." I didn't even know competitions existed. Like I just always built them and played with the cars and went out and just crawled. So I got down there and they had basically it was WRCCA classes. So like they had MOA, sporty, and then performance scale. And so, at the time I just had an SCX-10-2 with a bunch of random parts I had 3D printed. And so I just started going to their competitions. And then that's when I really started building my own chassis and stuff, was to perform better. So I saw they had trucks I had never even seen. I'm like,
Wow.
what is that chassis? Like, what are these axles? And I'd been on all these forums and everything, but it's just a different part of the hobby.
Yes.
So that's what got me into the competition side of it. And then, I just kept going from there.
And it's just incredible, like I mentioned earlier. It just real quick. Let me see, Swampers, Bill, if you have, and I think Sean has. He can get a hold of you, Bill, right, Sean? Our Sean RC. If that's the case, hopefully next time we go down there, Jacksonville, we can hit you up so you can hang out with us. Definitely, brother. We love to have you with our guys out. Tony, welcoming my brother. Yes, anyone attending Crawlers and Coffee next month. That's an awesome event I do. It's gonna be in Apple Valley on December 2nd, right, Russell? If I'm not mistaken. And our crew from O11C is gonna be there. I know our guys there from Tulare, Russell, they're gonna go there, and Jared Alonso and someone, I think they're bringing a couple of veterans there. So that's next month on Saturday, December 2nd, if I'm not mistaken. So oh my goodness, man, this is so incredible. So go ahead, continue, Wyatt. Continue, bros. So you're gonna talk about the comp. It just, man, it excites me because I would love all young kids to listen to his story, right? Motivate them, whatever they want to accomplish in their life, right? Me, I didn't have the opportunity back then. I was in a lot of trouble, a lot of trouble. That's why I joined the army. Well, I would do it all over again, but young guys like him, all that stuff, what they have been done, 26-year-old, and what he has accomplished. And your future is very bright, Wyatt. So go ahead, brother.
So yeah, that's how I got into competitions. And then I graduated in end of 2019.
Mhm.
And it just so happened that Scale Nationals for Sorka was in Albuquerque, and it was the weekend after my finals. Like,
Wow.
so I was out of there. I just drove down to Albuquerque because I was going to school in Colorado. So
Wow.
3 hours away. I'm like, oh, I'll just go down there, get my
Mhm.
hotel comp, go to my first, big comp, first Sorka comp. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I'll just head home from there. So, I showed up with the 3D printed hard body and the upholstery wrapped interior and all the little gadgets and the like a little scale winch on the front, the super slow. They work, but they're super slow. And so that's what I showed up with and just started driving. And I was like a fly on the wall there. And anyone that met me at that event still tell you to this day, like he was in every group talking to every person. Like
Yep.
I just wanted to learn.
Yeah.
It was so intriguing. And there were people there. Again, there were people there with things I hadn't seen before, ideas I haven't even like thought of as far as driving on course.
Mhm.
So it was just a learning experience, and it was cool to be a part of that. And that was my first big Sorka comp, and then from there I kind of started following Sorka and WRCCA comps, and then just since I've been with Horizon, I've been getting the opportunity to go around the country. So that's another big thing that I've been able to do with them supporting me. So.
And that's what I like. Some people, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, the thing is that you are in the RC, you're running the product, right? You are learning from all this different comps, environment, terrain, all that stuff to improve whatever you are working on. And just incredible, right? You're learning that, like I said, different terrains, uh, uh, temperatures, how it works on the hot and the cold or whatnot, and man-made RC, the natural stuff, all that, right? So it's just different stuff that you gotta apply for it for the new product to be developed, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm still learning stuff today. So it never ends.
Do you still have that original rig?
I do. I think it doesn't have wheels and tires on it, but other than that, it's still together.
Okay.
So the original one, like the one I went to 2019 Nationals with.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So being a 3D printed body, a lot of that didn't last. But I still have like the bed was pretty sturdy. I still have like my own frame rails because it was all custom. It was custom frame rails, motor mount, skid plate, transfer case, cross braces, links. Like it was basically all my own thing with AR-44 axles. So I still have all of it. It just in separate pieces here and there.
Just
So
save that, Wyatt. Maybe we'll be talking to you again. I don't know, maybe 20 years from now if I'm still here on the other side of the ground, right? Wow, that is big.
yeah, I'd like to get it back together. I still have most of the parts, just not all in one assembly.
Awesome.
Can you tell us more about what's going on behind you with that beautiful rack of rigs?
Yeah. What do you want to see?
I want to ask something, Wyatt. Go ahead. You go first. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
Just, is there anything behind you that we're not supposed to see?
There's one thing, but you're gonna have to look pretty closely.
Okay.
When you were with us down in Utah, you had a rig, so you were testing the Pro back then. Nobody knew.
Yeah. So once we designed the Pro for Axial, we got samples, and I started driving that for it was like over a year before it even got announced, and that was it went to Scale Nationals, it went to Super Shafty Fall Crawl, it went to ECC, it went to comps all around Southern
Did you
California.
have it at Badlands too 2 years ago?
Not at Badlands, no.
Not a Badlands. Okay.
No.
But you had at San Halo last year. It was
Yeah. So
test
everyone gave me a hard time because any comp I went to was wrapped in an axial sweatshirt.
Yeah.
So and it was all wrapped up in line, and then I got up, took the body off, put a battery in, ran it, and then it wrapped back up. So now my joke is I'm just gonna wrap a random truck up one day and just see what happens.
Hey, look at Brian. Brian's on the chat, and Brian said, "Oh, that's just a 10-2 year, right?"
Yeah, that's just a 10-2.
That's just a 10-2. Yeah, he was killing the lines with that. With that pro. That is awesome, bro. That is awesome, Wyatt. And my goodness, so you've been traveling all over the states for all them comps, and how you like any preference on the comps that you you don't mind, or what? It's any ones that you like and
I like to get over to the East Coast. Just it's a different style than what I have. Even between Southern California and Utah here, it's just super high grip rock, kind of the same formations. It's big rock slabs or rocks that you're driving on, not between a bunch of little like rock piles. And then so you get some of that on the East Coast, and then it's a little slippery. And then there's also Super Shafty. Fall Crawl is like a man-made water park, I guess, or water rafting facility. So they drain the water out, and that's where we comp.
So every year they do that. Yeah.
So that's a cool one to go to, just because where else are you going to get that? And it's usually pretty good competition there. It's definitely a like national level comp, I would say. And then ECC at Little Rock City Village or something like that in Alabama. I'm sure I butchered that, but that's a really good one. They've been going there for years. And then that's where Scale Nationals was.
Yeah.
So 1 year.
Did you build a different truck for Super Shafty than your what was it, the WRCA or the Ultra Scale class?
Yes. So my this year Worlds was in Maine, and that's WRCCA classes, and they have performance scale, and then that's separate from Sorca, like class 1, 2, and 3.
I didn't know if you could cross anything over. I know you said before like it was two channel.
Like I could take my pointed out C2 rig and run it in performance scale, no problem. Maybe the only thing that might be questionable is body height, because it's a 1/4 inch difference than Sorca rules, and then tire coverage in the front. But you can fix both of those pretty easily. I just built separate trucks, just built one for each purpose. So
you may have access to that stuff.
Yeah. So like this is the performance scale truck that was at Worlds. So it's an SCX10 Pro, super simple, basically as lightweight as possible. So no sliders, a little tiny 3D printed bumper, carbon rails. I took all the shifting mechanism out because you can't use it. You're only limited to channels in WRCCA. So even if you had it, you can't even have it plugged in. So got rid of all that to save weight, titanium links, stuff like that. So this was the World's truck, Spectrum 2-in-1. And then if I grab my class 2, it's very similar.
What was the weight on that one? Wyatt, the one that you were showing the weight on it?
This truck here?
Yeah. You remember? Oh, you want to say it, or can you say or not?
Yeah, I can. I just have to remember here.
Okay.
I have it all written down. So one sec.
That is awesome. It's just how people, right? Different styles. Light. That's very light. That's a light rig. Than older people adding the weight.
Yeah. So that one's 5.3 pounds.
5.3 pounds, guys.
Yeah, ready to run with a battery.
Wow.
And then this is the class 2 truck.
There you go.
So this one's fully pointed out for Sorca. You have the metal bumper, metal sliders,
Okay.
Yeah, it has an internal metal cage, full interior, everything like that. And then, yeah, so that one has everything underneath, but same motor and ESC combo, the 2-in-1.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I can take the bodies off, but they're identical setup, titanium links, same shocks, same oils,
Okay.
same everything.
Wow.
And then this one, I think 27, 29.
So that one should be a little bit heavier because it had all
Just over
the extra
6.
stuff.
So
Yeah,
this one's 6 pounds exactly.
6 pounds. Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so this take the bodies off, but this one has a winch. There's no winching and performance scale.
Okay.
That's a little bit of the weight right there. But like it's pretty. So that's the full interior, the winch up front, inner fenders. But it's almost the same truck, or it is the same truck, just less stuff on the
Less.
one for performance scale.
Got you.
Did you trim that frame too?
The only frame that's trimmed is the performance scale, and
Okay.
that's I cut the front off for a better approach angle. So this, like you can see, this one's just bare minimum. So the front is cut off like 8 millimeters, and then just 3D printed a little bumper.
Got you.
But yeah, this one's no sliders, nothing. And these are same trucks.
That is sick. That's awesome. 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 I see what that's high racks is on both.
Yeah, high racks on both. I'm probably going back to crawlers on the class 2,
Okay.
but I'll stick with the high racks on this performance scale truck.
Okay.
It seems to work a little bit better, like 5.5 pounds and under.
Okay.
I like the high racks better.
Okay.
Over around 6 and up, they seem to understeer a lot for me. So I'll probably be back to crawlers.
So be a good with crawlers. Okay. Wow.
And
Curtis,
then,
welcome in. He said, "Good evening, fellas. Love my XCX10 Pro. Thanks, Wyatt."
awesome. Great to hear. So yeah, so then you got class 1 Sorca. This is another SCX10 Pro, just different stuff on it. So it's got the sliders and everything still, but this one has 10.3 portals on it.
Okay.
Yeah, same Spectrum 2-in-1, Pro body, full interior, cage, drop. This one has a drop bed.
Yes.
So
Are you running a different frame because of the flat skid? Or did you
sanded it down and drilled a hole?
say?
So, yeah, it's pretty much flat there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I run SCX10 Pros in every class and just change them up a little bit. What axles are under them, sliders, bumpers. And,
so whatever is needed for each class. So that's what you have on it.
As far as the truck goes, it's SCX10 Pro rails, motor mount, transmission, and on all of them. So my favorite class 3. So that's
Nice.
another SCX10 Pro, but with capper axles.
Oh, right there. Brian says your class 3 is his favorite.
Yep, it's my favorite class to run. Rear steer, a little bit bigger tires.
Okay.
So yeah, that's got the super shafty housing in the rear, the Vanquish up front with one of my servo and axle mounts.
Nice.
So it barely clears the pinion gear there.
I see you got some brass on that one. It has the dual steer. Those are 2.2, so the ones like Logan made, that the tires.
So these are the Hyrax LPs, the
LP.
2.2 LPs.
So,
Yeah. So these are the ones Proline came out with. finally, after I pestered him enough. 5.25 inch tall,
Wow.
2.2, but same width, same lug as the normal 475.
Wow,
So
that is so cool. And also light as well. It tells you, man. And again, and you guys see he has the title, right? For all this stuff, the champ. And that is so awesome, man. It tells you how different people, have different setup that works. The same setup that works for Wyatt may not work for me or for somebody else, right? Right? Every people is different, right?
yeah, everyone drives different. Everyone has different terrain, temperatures, what they like. I mean, it's all give or take too. You might want to build your truck for side hills because that's where you don't feel the most comfortable. So you want your truck to be 100%, but that might hurt you, on breakovers or somewhere else on a course. So it's all give or take. Just trying to find a happy middle for your driving style and your terrain. Yeah.
That is so cool, man. That is so awesome. And how was it this last where you got that championship, man? How was that? How was that like, man?
That was hectic to say the least. Yeah, that was an amazing feeling, amazing accomplishment. Kind of a goal I had been setting for myself for quite a while. And to get it with, a production truck that I designed and anyone can go purchase is pretty cool. So, but yeah, as far as getting there was a whole fiasco of, I think I had 4 different flights.
Wow.
Like I left my house at 11 a.m. and I ended up getting to the comp site at noon the next day. I flew all throughout the night, missing flights, going over here, there, renting a car, driving back up over here. And so I was just happy to even get to run still. And then to pull it off was a pretty cool experience.
That is so cool, bro. That is so cool. Brian says the people's champ. Definitely, man. Definitely. Kurt, welcoming my brother. Good to have you here. That is such an incredible story. Why all around, man, and what it has taken you so far. It's just awesome, man. I know it feels good that what you have accomplished, what this teenager designed years ago, right? And what it is now, people using it, right? And just incredible. Now it has a few titles under the belt of that rig. And the people that have been present and seen Wyatt run, I know Brian has seen some of our guys have seen Brian do those lines and run. It's just incredible. It's like I think it's like he's like a Terminator or something. He switches and is like again perfect runs, man. It's just incredible how this young man has done so much. Just incredible, Wyatt. Good stuff.
There's got to be a next step. So I'm just looking for the next thing.
Hey, that's how you can improve yourself, right? Be better and see what's out there. The hobby keeps evolving, right? I know Rich can tell you the same thing from years ago, Randall from years ago, how it is right now. And it's gonna keep improving and developing. So you gotta stay with what they have right now. Take care, Bennett, brother.
Yeah, I was talking with a few guys, Rich, Randall, some of the other guys I crawl with, and just how it's almost coming full circle now. So the people that are getting into it, whether they're younger or older, don't know anything before like the last year or so.
Yeah.
So they're getting way into it and starting to make their own parts or look further into it, and it's coming full circle because you're starting to see some of the same ideas come back around, or and people are learning about the hobby all over again. and they didn't know it existed and for how long. So that's cool to be a part of, kind of this mixed. There's guys that have been in it for 20, 30 years, and there's guys that they're like, I was meeting people at Axial Fest. They're like, this is my first event I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Like, we drove all these hours. Like, all people were showing up with only SCX 24s. Like,
Yeah.
that's all they had. I was like, that's awesome. Like, that's the whole goal, is to just have people come and enjoy this hobby. So it's cool to see everyone together, and those people are getting into it, and it's going full circle.
And just seeing the whole families, full families come and enjoying. You see them, and we see them every time we hang out with you guys at the Axials or all those events. I just see the whole families coming and enjoying. That is just incredible, and that's what I love the most. Seeing that's family environment. Tank, welcome in, my brother. Good to see you here.
Yeah, it's not only about the competition. It's for friends and family mainly.
Yes.
So competition, if you want to do it, it's there. It's fun, but it's really just hanging out with the people you want to be with, be around.
Yeah,
100%.
And you see the guys that are being there, in those events like Axial. Going back to that, these guys work tires. It just from the first one there and the last one out. Wyatt is one of them. Engineer, developer. Hey, they're working their butt off at this event, and for us to enjoy it. And they also, I know you enjoy it too, seeing those event people.
If there's any chance, I'm like, hey, can someone cover me for 30 minutes? I want to go run TTC, or hey, can I go drive this trail with these guys? They've come by a few times now. It's like, I'm all for that. I want to be there just as much as anyone else. So it's fun to help put those events on and enjoy them with other people too. So
yeah, definitely. Brian says one day Wyatt will buzz out his 3D printed wheels he was making like 6 years ago.
Yeah, they're in a box right up there. Yeah, I had, so when I went the first 2019 Sorka comp, that chassis I built, I made 10 of them. So I made 10 sets chassis kits, and they're still floating around somewhere. I know a few guys in New Mexico have them, a few guys in Colorado. There was one guy in California that still had one, and so they're kind of floating around. So people that do have them kind of know where they came from, but there are 10 of them somewhere. But yeah, along with the 3D printed wheels, and you had to drive on eggshells with those a little bit. One big fall and you were buying more wheels. But
what is your the terrain or the place that you love to go crawl? What is your favorite location? If you can, unless it's private, right? If you can say which one is your of many, and ones that
it's a toss up for me between like out by like Horseman's Park or Cougar Buttes, that area, and then here in Sand Hollow or St. George and Hurricane. There's more grip out in California there. The rocks are not as sandy.
Yes.
But there's, I think, cooler formations in this red rock here. So you get on some crazy angles, or coming up out of like water holes that have been formed from waterfalls. And so, one of those two, the higher grip stuff for sure. I haven't quite figured out the slippery stuff. I went to RMRC this year. They had their comp, Colorado TGH guys had their comp. Yes. And it rained the whole time. And I've never had so many penalties in one course. Like, it was, I was out of my element, to say the least. And
I did kryptonite.
I had like 4-year-old worn down crawlers, so there's like not one sharp edge on them, and I was just sliding all over the place. And that was was a wake up call a little bit to go, oh, okay, well, how do I need to drive in when it's wet or when it's slippery?
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming you want to go back to there so you can do better, trying to figure out how to perform better. That at least
I always
that's a challenge.
yeah, I always want to put myself in like the weirdest
Yeah.
situations and just see like that's how you learn about yourself and what are you going to do in this situation? How do you react? How does it work? If it doesn't work, how do you react to that? Like it's fun.
That is so cool. Man, like you mentioned Apple Valley there, Horseman. I love that location. That's why I say people have an opportunity to go to Proline by the Fire. That location is sick for crawling, man.
Yeah.
Sick. It's crawler heaven. The same,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, I just anytime anyone asks me if I'm over on like East Coast or Midwest, like, hey, I want to get out to the West Coast. What event should I go to? Proline by the Fire, 100%. It's not specific to any vehicle type. Like there's bashers, there's I think I saw a drag car there like last year or something with knobbies on it. There's crawlers, there's everything, and there's events for everything.
Yep.
There's sled poles, like tug of wars, like anything you can think of. Ultra 4 racing. So, and then if you're mainly crawling, the Rock is just you'll be going for 3 days straight.
You could grow from the bottom of the mountain all the way to the top of the mountain. It's all rock.
Yep.
It's incredible. And
Yep.
yes, that's what Angie and Ross are. That's like what 10, 15 minutes from their house. So one of our few of our reps, that's where they live right there. That's their the same thing with Sand Hollow, man. Just incredible how St. George area, Dixie Rocks. That's
Yep. I was just there yesterday.
Dixie Rocks is some crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, Logan and I and Desert RC, another guy in town, went out. And so I took my SCX10 Pro. Logan took his new Vanquish VRD, and Desert RC took his own chassis. So we were running lines, seeing how they compare, and that was a pretty fun afternoon. So,
Dennis, you have a question, brother?
Me, no. Not yet.
Is Josh bothering you? Just his
Oh, I'll get him.
Radioactive, welcome, brother. Good to have you here, Dwayne, man. Bill he says something about it's a bunch of new stuff here for YouTube, yeah, that we had to do before we go live. Just crazy. Bill.
Anything Dollhouse in development?
For me or for Axial?
For Axial.
Not full Dollhouse, but more so than just a like Lex and
More
body.
than Bronco.
Maybe something close.
Okay.
Don't get in trouble, Wyatt.
I know.
Not a base camp.
Yeah, more. There you go. More scale than a base camp.
There you go.
I mean, yeah. As far as for me, I always have builds going on. So, I mean,
let me see what we can see there, man.
Oh yeah, like so I started like things like this.
Oh, nice.
Just 3D printed Unimog and then actual cantilever with a rod in there, so that's controlled off an ESC, so it actually tilts the bed. But yeah, it's just a like 10.3 base camp. Started out as just made little doors for the battery.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, just there's always something to play around with, not just comp trucks. So, another scale truck I've been working on, just a little Silverado.
Oh, that is nice. Yep.
That's leaf spring in the rear, and then just a short arm in front. So just limited travel, pretty scale. Just got to finish up. It runs, just finishing up body work. So there's always stuff like that going on here.
You have to. They gotta get that scale stuff. So we gotta bring Wyatt to USDE.
Mhm.
That's on my list.
There you
That's definitely one I'd like to get to. Just
So
I've heard the quality of builds there is pretty wild.
it is impressive. All these guys builds it just out of this world. Very scale and last year, what is I know probably I'm new to the hobby. I've been what 5 years now, and mainly you guys know I use therapies. I don't build stuff like that. And but I seen the guy. It was right. The windows open, right, Rob? He was the one who took the number the first place. I think
Yep.
all the windows open up
The
and
drawers
down.
opened up, windows
Doors
rolled
open.
down. Yeah.
Oh my!
All
That
from a push of a button. Yeah.
everything from a push of a button. That guy, he was I think he was from Miami, one of the guys from Miami down there. It's just incredible, all the stuff that these guys all the talent you see in one spot, one place, man.
Right.
It's incredible. Incredible. I just post, guys, so you guys can check out all the stuff from why I put Instagram on the Facebook, all the stuff that he, when he's out there, one-to-one stuff, RC, all that, so you can, follow him. Swamper RC says, Bill, I wanted to thank Wyatt for developing the UTB 18. It's an awesome little buggy. Definitely is, brother.
Yeah, that was Randall and I. So that was Randall's project. I was the engineer on that one, and that was a fun one to work together on.
I like that one. A lot of people. I think one of our guys had it inside his backpack, inside the backpack while we were traveling.
Yeah, they're great because they
Yeah,
drive closer to a 10th scale, but they're a little smaller, and you can just throw them in a backpack, or it's a great rig to get started with if you're coming from either nothing or from 24th scale, or so.
and all the hop up parts are already out there for it. It just awesome.
Yeah, I was pushing for that to I just released some option parts right at the release of the vehicle, because we know people want them. So
yeah, definitely.
Could we expect anything new on the fit scale side on the Lozy end?
I have no idea.
No.
I wish I could tell you, but I really don't know. Like you're talking like the 5T and stuff like that.
It's been a few years, and the 2.0, I just want to see if there's anything else in the works.
Yeah, I really don't know about that one. So would be cool. I mean, I had one. They're fun. But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully electric. Maybe I'm biased, but
Either one, yeah. I just love my fit scales.
yeah.
I know. I'm assuming you guys are working some future stuff. And I know you cannot mention it, but it's one of them that it got you excited that you are working, that's coming up soon or next year or whatnot.
I don't know when it's coming, but I know that Randall and I have been working on it, and I think we're supposed to start maybe testing parts soon. So I'm pretty excited about it.
So you excited about that one. So
So I don't know. I don't know. That's Randall's side is like the scheduling and when things are happening. But all I get told is every once in a while, like, hey, parts are gonna be here on this date, or hey, we're expecting parts on this date. Okay, cool. Let me know.
I'm down.
So yeah, but yeah, there's definitely one I'm excited about. And then I got projects with my name on them for the next 3-4 years at least. So
awesome. That's good to hear. And I know we had Randall and Rich before here with us, and I know those projects, it takes a couple of years, right? To when you start from start to end, right? Why?
Yeah, it's I think I started designing this other one like beginning of the year, and we still haven't even received like our first sample parts. So it's a long process, and yeah, a lot of people, sometimes our release dates or announcement dates come out with other announcement dates, like, oh, they just responded to so and so company, and you're like, not really. That the announcement date's been there for a year, but
Exactly.
so it's funny to see that sometimes, but it's also good. There's competition, and especially friendly competition is always good. So
Of course. And it said like I think Rich or who we had here last. It was Rich or Randall. I don't remember. I know that sometimes you work on that, you have it tested out, and all of a sudden this one we we're not gonna release it. It's a scratch. That sucks right there, right?
yeah,
After
yeah,
all,
it hasn't happened to me yet, but I'm sure it will. I know, yeah, we had one. It's happened since I've worked there, but it wasn't my project.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, we had a running working sample. We were driving around the office, and then we were all excited about it. The engineers, the product developers, and we're like, "Oh, this is cool. I like it." And then it was like 2 weeks later, they're like, "No, we're not making it." We're like, we already have one. Like the tooling, like everything. They're like, "No, we don't think it'll sell." We're like, all right, like you're the boss.
Yeah,
There's probably another
Man,
Unimog
I
that
would
Rich
love to
stepped
be
on.
a fly on that wall. I'm like
Me
that
too
would be awesome.
sometimes, because I don't hear half of what goes on. So I'm in my own world pressing buttons on the computer, and then I just hear randomly about this stuff. So,
that is so cool. I remember what was it this year? We went to Horizon. We took some of our veterans down there. We had a meeting down there, and then we went to the facility, saw some of the stuff, and yeah, the specific room that said we shouldn't be here.
yep.
You need to close our eyes. But
One day I came in the office, and all my stuff was gone. I'm like, what is happening there? Oh, we had so and so visiting, and we had to hide everything. Like, oh, okay. I'm trying to find my stuff in different cupboards and drawers where they stashed it. But yeah, I mean, if it were up to me, I wish I could tell everyone about what's going on, but
and
like,
Brian says, yeah,
NDAs. They suck sometimes.
yeah,
O'Brien says, yeah, definitely had to be way ahead of the game when developing new products, which is amazing to think about when something new comes out and think how long ago it was a concept.
yeah, yeah. It's we're trying to think ahead, and also, and I mean, some of these little niche things move so fast.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like that's huge, but is it going to be huge in a year by the time we can even develop something? Or it's like, we have this idea, okay, where do we use it? Like, do we do it for this brand, or do we do it on this product? And then it's, is it even going to be relevant by the time we get it out there? So there's a lot behind the scenes that goes on.
Are you involved in like the electronic side of it, of the Horizon, especially for the crawler side, to give your
Uh,
whatnot?
I try to give input when I can, and I try and be a part of anything crawler related. But a lot of the time, when it gets announced, it's being announced to me too. So, like, I forget. Oh, it was the servo winch, the Spectrum servo winch. So I was a part of that. Just okay, what gear ratios do we want for this speed or this torque, and where are we aiming at? So we had a few different test samples, and I was using them, and then I finally said like, yep, this is the one I like. I like this speed versus torque and everything, the packaging, everything like that looks good. And I just never heard anything about it. So I figured maybe it was one that got, put off to the side, and then I one morning woke up and I've bunch of messages from people. Hey, what do you know about this? What do you know about that? I'm like, oh, I guess it announced today. So I was surprised too, and I worked on it. So yeah, I try and give any feedback I can, but the crawling is it's not a huge for as far as like transmitters go. There's not a huge feedback or market for like crawler specific.
Yeah.
So, and then like the 2-in-1s are great. I really like those. Any brushed motor we can do is like it's good, it works, but there's other ones out there that if you're looking for top of the line, you're going to find, and we're not able to produce. So there's a lot that goes back and forth.
Yeah. Any goals that Mr. Wyatt Mellon has? I know this should be a lot. Any goals that you can share with us if you can?
I haven't been asked that in a while. I mean, I got my big goal at Worlds this year with the scale class, but I didn't realize that I would do well enough in all the other classes to place overall. So now I'm kind of going for that overall spot. I want to be overall champ. So
okay,
may never happen. Who knows? Worlds supposedly happens every 2 years, so I've got some time, but so does everyone else. So that's probably my goal as far as competition and driving. My goal as far as engineering is I want there's something out there and I haven't figured it out yet. That's the next step. Like we've seen a lot of innovation lately, and just going back a bunch of years to introducing 2-speed, and then we had dig, and then now we're doing like variable underdrive or overdrive, whichever way. There's open differentials, lockers. Like there's on the RC drifting side, there's a company that makes limited slip differentials. So there's a lot of stuff going around, and I'm just trying to figure out what the next step is. If there's motors on axles, there's motors on transmissions, and so what's the next step for that scale truck to make it perform or make a cool feature that people want to try. So my goal is to figure that out I'll give myself a year.
There you go. There you go.
So
that is awesome, man. I love that. Larry 813, welcome in, brother. Welcome in, bro. Good to have you here. My goodness. I mean, we close to that time too. This show went quick, Wyatt.
Yeah, pretty quick when I'm blabbing my mouth.
That's good, man. Like I said, I enjoy your story, all this stuff and knowledge that you share with us. It's just incredible how this young man, all the stuff that he has accomplished. Just 26 years old. Incredible, man. Hats off to you, Wyatt. Keep doing what you're doing, brother.
Thank you. You as well. It was an honor to be here and talk with you guys, and everything you guys do is much bigger in my mind compared to what I do. So I wouldn't even be able to do what I do if it weren't for you guys. So I appreciate reaching out, letting me talk and hang out with you guys for a night. And I'm always happy to see you guys at events, and can't come soon enough.
I know, bro. We always enjoy talking to you, hanging out with you when you stop in our campground, our booth, talking to us. We enjoy it very much, man. So that's awesome, man. Awesome. Guys here, any questions that we may have more for Wyatt here on the chat? You good? Good. Everybody's good.
Well,
All my
I do.
questions you can't answer.
Is there anything in the future as far as bringing back the Yeti score in possibly a straight axle platform, front and rear?
Probably not. It would be like, so you're saying like a Yeti but with solid axles front and rear, or like
Yeah.
like something like a bomber maybe, or
Full body.
full body. Not that I know of. It's with the brands how they intermingle. Losi kind of takes over some of the race inspired stuff like that. And I'm not aware of anything on the list.
Okay.
The Baja Ray, the new 2.0 Baja Ray kind of took over for what used to be like the Yeti and Yeti Score trophy truck. And so those types of projects are probably going to keep coming from Losi. I mean, I'd like to see something like a Bomber or Wraith come back, just kind of a mix of crawling and high speed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I'd like to see it, but I'm not the final call.
Yeah, because I've got the original Yeti Score, and that truck is just an animal.
Yeah, they worked great. But yeah, the Baja Ray platform kind of took that over. Just they're too similar to offer them from both different brands.
Robert, what was the rig that we raffled off at?
It was a Yeti Score.
Yeti Score, brand new on a box seal, Dennis. Still never open.
Yep. I was so jealous that I could not raffle in on that one. I would just put it on the shelf.
Sky RC Cody Wyatt donated to us, man.
He showed that to me when I was in his shop. He goes, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. He's like, "It's sealed." I'm like, "No way." He
Yeah.
goes, "Yeah, check it out. It's sealed." And I was like, "Man, where do you find that?" He goes, "People come in the shop and they have stuff laying around." He's like, "So I bought it." And then it was like a week later that I saw that he donated to you guys. I'm like, "Oh, that's even cooler."
Mm-hmm.
And you know who won it? Brian won it. Brian, from Utah.
Yeah.
Brian won the raffle, and he donated back. He said, "Javier, no, we'll pass it along. I know this trick. I know Cody gave it to you guys. Just pass it along." So we had to redo the raffle.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll ever find another one of those.
It was very impressive. Cody always do go the extra mile to help us out, and so always grateful, Cody, and all the guys from Utah, man, and so just incredible. What you gonna show us, Dennis? You got it there? Okay.
It is the green one.
Still in its original form. I run it very limited.
I was gonna say that thing looks pretty new.
It looks pretty new,
yeah.
I didn't get away from it. It's got some scars, but no, I try not to run it too hard because I know the parts are getting harder and harder to get. So as long as everything's intact and I still have the parts trees that came with the truck, I'm good.
There you go. Yeah, the parts are hard to find. The best I've seen is just like Facebook Marketplace, and you find a whole RTR somebody's selling. Yeah. And it's it's used, but it's a replacement part if you need it.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Larry, he said, is there any event coming up? Larry, he's one of our veterans from Georgia or Alabama, Fort Mitchell area. Event, there's gonna be one on the 18th, but that is in Ohio. And then close to you guys, we don't have UST next year. That will be back in 2025. And then what is it? Wet and Wild is not happening. That's the last Wet and Wild was last year. So now Cody and Georgia Rock Zombies, they're doing another event. in March as well. So they're gonna be sharing some information on that. That's gonna be in March. I think it's a little bit north of Fort Benning, Columbus. It's like an hour north of Columbus. So that's when it's gonna happen. And then after that, I think was Beat the Creek, right, Rob? Close to
Yeah.
us here. Yeah. So
Why you gonna go to
Wyatt?
I've never been before. It when is that one?
Beat the
I
Creek.
believe it's March or May.
Should be the first weekend of May.
Yeah, it's in May.
Okay.
Beat the Creek is in May. That's in Kentucky.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll put it on my calendar. Yeah, I'm trying to plan out trips for next year. There's a Euro crawl. I'm thinking I might hop over the sea for. So
Nice.
that one's in, I think, September, but it's in Italy. So we'll see if I can make that one. That might be my big trip for the year.
Wyatt, did you get the Suga body off of Matt?
I did, yeah. It's
What's the plan for it?
so run it. So I've already put my fair share of dings and damages on it.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
And this is actually, it's missing a servo because I stole the servo for my super. But this is the original first SCX10 Pro, like the one that I ran for a year before it was announced, went all over. Still no like stock rod ends, everything left on it. There's a hole in the diff cover, it's worn through.
Damn.
This is the original truck. Yeah, I just swapped wheels and tires, and then I got the interior body bumpers and sliders from Matt. So I made him a deal at in Colorado this year, and grabbed that from him. So yeah, I think he's actually gonna make these, or somebody's gonna make these bodies in carbon fiber for him, or for people to buy. So that's what I've heard about lately. But yeah, so this is the first original Red Moose. And yeah, I haven't been nice to it. I've been driving it, beating it up. I let it sit out in the sun a little too long, so the PLA started to warp, but got that under control. So yeah, it's good. But yeah, I picked that one up from him. Once I saw that, I had to have it.
Hey, that's what's up. So Larry, what is it? The Horizon Fest, that's gonna be in May next year. I mean, not May, June. I think this first week of June, if I'm not mistaken, Larry. I'll keep you posted in that. And then what is it? I think that's it. Then after that, it's Action Fest, Badlands, and Action Fest California in July as well. So Rock Fires RC, I don't know if that's Steve or Connor, that said, heck yeah, Wyatt, I crawled at Action Fest with you when you were driving that rig.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran a bunch of those rock sections, all those rocks we put down at Axial Fest. So I got a bunch of battle scars from that.
That's what's up. That is so cool, so cool, man. I think that's it, guys. Any more questions that anybody may have here on the panel? If don't, and or anybody in the chat, any question for Wyatt? We're gonna start saying our goodbyes. You're just incredible, Wyatt. Again, man. Honored to have you here, man. Love to listening to your story, man. All what you have accomplished so far. Just being 26 years old, man. Keep it up, brother. I think keep it up. What you're doing, man. And I cannot stress it enough. This guy is so humble, man. And when you talk to him, it's just incredible. Awesome. And if not, guys, we cool? No more questions for Mr. Wyatt? No?
anyone thinks of something, I think you said you put my Instagram or Facebook or
Yes,
something in there. So yeah,
yes,
just shoot me a message. I'm always on there. So
yes, yes, he is very approachable, guys. If you see him also any event on anywhere that you go, you see Wyatt, very approachable. You can talk to him, man. I just share the Instagram, and also I'm gonna be posting just now on the chat the Facebook, his Facebook page. It says most I want to be the Horizon. Yeah, Horizon. That's Horizon Fest, Larry. That's gonna be in the first week of June. I really enjoy that event, Horizon Fest, because everything RC in one spot. You know. So, and we had an amazing time. Our vendors had an amazing time. So, and can't wait for that event next year. Why is the man Rack Fires? Thank you everybody for the awesome live stream. Yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you so much for the support. Again, we had an amazing time this past weekend with our chapter outing. It was awesome. We had a couple of induction ceremonies. We present Joe with our O11C coin, and we met some new veterans, future inductees, and from the Georgia area. So we're looking forward to that, man. Are very humble, very grateful. Uh, our family keeps growing, and just us here, taking care of veterans, right? And our guys always helping us out. And our reps, civilian reps, first responders, always helping us, making sure that everybody is good and okay. And you guys, all our family members, helping us out, take care of our guys, bringing awareness to veteran suicide, and that's our main focus here in Operation 11 Charlie, and taking these guys out to the trails or crawling, right, for us to decompress. That's what it's all about. So this weekend, that special event that we did that's what O11C is all about, and very grateful. We got more stuff coming in next week. We have our VA class. So this VA class, our first sergeant class, he built a crawler course for us, 24 scale, and Frank, one of our veterans. So we have two 24 scale crawler courses that we're gonna take to the VA hospital indoors. We have indoors, so we have some axial 24 scales. We had the AX 24s, 4 of them, and so we're gonna have fun. And
that's awesome.
so we're gonna be there at the VA hospital. That's next month. Always doing good. Always doing good, Steve. We'll be opening our Alaska chapter next year. We can wait for that. So there's a lot of veterans in that community, and a lot of stuff's gonna be doing. So always been dealing with a lot of stuff there, personal and family, all that stuff. But he's doing good. I think that's it, guys. The event on the 18th, right? That's in Ohio. Some of our guys are gonna be there. Dennis, Josh, Craig is gonna be there, and from a couple more our guys are trying to make it that way as well. Hang out. The owner of that land is a veteran, right, Dennis? And
Yep.
we're expecting to have a lot of veterans in that area, so we're looking forward to that, meeting new veterans. So that's pretty exciting. This weekend, we have battle all the our Utah event, Battle on the Beach 3, from November 10th to the 12th, down there, Sand Hollow State Park, guys. So if you guys have any close to that area, want to go to a nice event, good crawling area, good people. This year they're raising money for race to erase 22. That's the name of the nonprofit. Race to Erase 22. Also another nonprofit that brings awareness to veteran suicide and fighting PTSD and veteran suicide. So that's awesome. If you guys want to support and have fun, crawl and spend time with some awesome people, that's a place to be. That's this weekend coming up in San Hollow. This is Veterans Day week. I mean Veterans Day. Yeah, this
Yeah.
weekend coming up. So we just have fun. Our veterans, my brothers and sisters, thank you for your service. Our family members, all that stuff. Have fun, guys, out there. So, yeah. Let me see here. Vince Vargas says, "Is Horizon Fest only for Horizon rigs?" I don't see they right? Why they don't do no tech there to inspect this? It's no, it just to
Oh.
have.
Yeah, from my understanding, it's more of like an event you go to like watch demos or try things out or things
Yeah.
like that. I don't know how many people bring their own rigs. If you want to show them off or drive 'em around, I'm sure you're welcome to.
Yeah, there was no tech, no nothing there. No, yeah, people had their own rigs. I didn't pay attention to that, but yeah, there were no rigs. It's a lot of hands-on. Try me.
Yep.
Crawling the buggies, the monster trucks, crawlers, 24 scale, 110 scales, planes. Try it just everything is tried. You get your hands on. So I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that event. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, thank you guys for the support. We're gonna start saying our goodbyes here. I forgot who we have next month, but Jake, next Monday. Let me see here what you guys saying
I
goodbyes.
was gonna say I'll be here next Monday.
You're gonna be here next Monday? That's
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Anyways, thanks Wyatt for the awesome story. It's really, really cool to hear how young people are sort of taking over. The SCX10 Pro is one I don't have, and I'm trying to figure out how I convince my wife it's only $20. Don't think that's gonna go over very well.
You won it in a raffle.
Yeah, there we go.
There you
He
go.
gave it to me, I swear.
Yep. They're just handing them out.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. That's the way to go. That's awesome, Jake. Awesome, my brother. Josh?
Thanks for having me. Wyatt, good story. And I did win my pro in a raffle. I
Hey.
really did.
Oh,
His wife's around the corner.
That too, but she was there. Dennis was there. I wanted to beat the creek.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, he even had to rub it in.
I did.
I think you just did again.
That's awesome. Go ahead, Dennis.
Javier, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Wyatt, was great meeting you. Great story. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Just look forward and just keep chasing it.
Yeah.
Will do.
And I did raffle off a pro at the last event that I did.
Awesome. There you go.
Yeah, definitely. Robert.
Yo, am I muted? No, yeah, okay. All right. Thank you everybody that's in the chat. You guys are always awesome week over week. All the support that you give and the love that you share. Thank you. Thank you again. Guys on the panel, you guys are all awesome as always. I love being here with you guys every Monday. Wyatt, you're awesome, man. You're a great dude. You're every time I've talked to you, met you at events, you've always just been kind, down to earth. But there is something that you're offering into the industry is you're forcing some of these other companies to continue to innovate and stay competitive. So you've now come out with a comp crawler chassis that is now proven, okay? And you're competing with probably about another 15 other companies that are chasing the same thing, chasing the same dream. So because of what you've done, innovation is now just completely through the roof. Everybody's trying to figure out and try and test different things. And I think it's awesome, which means this hobby, how it's developing, it's not going to die, not anytime soon. And it's because of people like you. I mean, that's it. Like, this is why we're all here, is we're all crawler guys, trail guys, dollhouse guys. And without the innovation from developers and technicians like yourself, we'd be bored by now. You know, we'd still be running Tamiya rigs trying to figure out how they work. you know. But again, I love my Tamiya, so I'm not hating. But thank you. I really appreciate everything that you do, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I keep pushing. I try and do my best, be my best. So
Yeah.
can't
Share
ask for
some of
any
those
more.
secrets, all right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Why do you want to say your goodbyes to the people here listening?
Yeah, I appreciate you guys taking time out of your night to come watch us and listen to us. Listen to what I have to offer, my story. I hope I wasn't too boring. It was interesting enough, but I like sharing it. Hope it motivates somebody out there to do something, or just at least smile and say, "Hey, that's pretty cool." So, thank you for having me, Javier. All you guys, nice meeting each one of you. If I haven't met you before, look forward to hopefully meeting everyone in person at some point. Um, so yeah, thank you again for all that you guys do, just in the hobby and in general for people's lives. So
Amen, bro. Thank you so much, Wyatt. Stay here with us so we can say our proper goodbyes behind the scenes. Um, guys, everybody on the chat, thank you so much for the support. Sean, our guy, that's well enough. Yeah, thank you everyone that Sean's at on the chat for your continued support. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. Well said, Sean. Without you guys' support, our veterans are very grateful. And when you guys goes to this event or anywhere that Operation 11 Charlie is at, please stop by, say hi, introduce yourself, say hi to us, because I know our guys, our veterans are be more than glad and happy to meet you guys. So next Monday we will have Cody from Dixieland. So look forward for that. Cody, one of our first, if not our first sponsor on Operation 11 Charlie years ago. So Cody opened his hobby shop. So we are pretty excited. Hopefully maybe we could get a tour of the other shop. So we'll see. So we're pretty excited for that. And other than that, guys, have a safe week. All our brothers and sisters, veterans, happy Veterans Weekend. Always here for you guys. Please reach out. Okay. Thank you. Be safe out there. Peace, everybody.